Are you nervous about this class? Why or why not? Do you feel public speaking is important in today's world? I'd say I'm not very nervous for this class. I'm actually quite excited. Um, a lot of the typical things that would come with a public speaking class isn't there. It's an online class, so like for example, the audience and knowing like, hey, I got to show up, and if I make a mistake, all these people will be laughing at me. Obviously, they wouldn't really be. They would get it. Mistakes happen, but that thought running through your head. Um, and I would actually say this is a public speaking is a very important skill to have. It's a skill of great leaders, CEOs, presidents, so on and down the line. All those positions would probably be prone to giving speeches of some kind. So no, I would say it's a very important skill to have a hold of. How can your nerves impact your physical and verbal delivery? Oh man, that's a great question. I'm a wrestler, so we're very high energy. So fidgeting is actually one that I probably do quite a bit. Um, Man, getting that frog in your throat, hole in your heart, whatever term you want to use, but just tripping over your words, right? That's something I have quite a problem with. Uh, Sitting back and like having to think like, okay, what's the next best thing to say? That's something I have quite a problem with. Um, Tell about a time you've been nervous to speak to a person or a group. I actually have a pretty good example of this. I am a college wrestler, and I did quite well in high school. I'm a two-time state champion, and I've continued to done really well in college. So I actually got invited back to my old high school to give a speech to the team, and before they were going off the state, get them hyped up. Say, hey guys, you're in the same spot as I was, right? And I was totally thinking like, oh, this is gonna be people I know. This is gonna be it's gonna be super fun. We're gonna have some fun with it. I walk in and there's no one I know, absolutely no one. And that one was kind of I got really nervous out of nowhere. And it ended up being just fine. I kind of locked in and really figured it out. But that's a pretty good example of a time that I got really nervous giving a speech. What nerves do you experience? Oh man, outside of the typical, like I said earlier, fidgeting, um, getting that hole in your heart, frog in your throat, uh, sweating. I actually, I am when I get nervous, I do tend to sweat a little bit, um, and like that feeling, like shakes is what I call it, but like that feeling and like chills. That's what I'm thinking. Chills. That's what it's called. But yeah, those are some of the things that I would probably experience when when I'm experiencing my nerves. What can you do to combat the nerves? I actually talked about this in a it's like a newspaper magazine type of thing that Enid Public Schools puts out, and they did something for me right before I went out to state, my first year when I won it. And I talked about wholly embracing your nerves and accepting that that's a reality, that these are not things to be pushed down and shoved away. They are human instinct, right? It is some fear is a great motivating factor, and nerves and fear are the same side of a coin. So I would just say wholly embracing them. Why who am I to ignore and push away this inherent human feeling? But those were my questions. Appreciate it. Thank you guys.